Hey everyone, I wanted to replay a video that I uploaded on my channel. This was one of the first videos I uploaded, and this was submitted on December 1st of 2017, where I spoke about the Russian and Chinese war that is coming to America and the war that surprise attack that's going to come. I do apologize about my lack of speaking. I was not very comfortable recording videos at this point, and I was very new to YouTube, so I really apologize. I'll go ahead and also link this video in the description or in the comments so that you guys can watch it and even see the date and everything. It was definitely submitted in 2017 before any of these wars started. And I want y'all to pay attention closely to what I know when I brought up the word draft. When they're actually drafting people right now. When I had this vision, I spoke about that I spoke to you guys about how they had like certain divisions in the Russian army that were just solely women, and that is something that kind of confused me. But now I'm seeing that they're drafting people, and there's like thousands of men leaving Russia right now because they don't want to get drafted. They're going across the border to Georgia, and this is this is the reason why, because they have a lot of the men leaving the country. So Russia is going to be, because all these men are leaving, there's a larger amounts of women that are residing in their country right now. So take a look at this video. Parade thing where they walked around in March, but the Russian army was doing it in the New York City streets, and they took over for some reason. Sorry, you guys. Living room with my mother, and I think I got up from the couch from the living room, and when I started to look out of the window, I noticed that our windows were boarded up. And I looked out the window, and there was a airplane, a military airplane, a Chinese airplane in the sky. This airplane was dropping missiles all over the United States and destroying the major cities of the United States. In addition to that, the Russian army was with them. I remember looking outside in terror. Oh my goodness, we're being attacked. And my mom was just like, her exact words, well, what are we gonna do? People basically started to board up their windows, in fear, and they came, the Russian army and the Chinese army came upon us like in a surprise attack. We had no idea they were coming at all. The US military wasn't even prepared for something like this. I didn't see any US military fighting back. It was a sneak attack, a surprise attack, and they had no time to respond. It came upon us so quickly. And then the Russian army, they started to take over the streets of New York, and they set a curfew in the streets of New York. You couldn't be outside at a certain time anymore. What I found very interesting about what they were doing was they were marching in the streets of New York City. They were doing this march that they would do like when they would have like shows of the army. I don't know how to explain it, but when they try to show their military strength, kind of like when China or North Korea does that whole big old parade thing where they walked around in March, but the Russian army was doing it in the New York City streets, and they took over. For some reason, they had a lot of women in the army too. I don't know if that's a thing in Russia, but they had a large amount of women in the army. I remember going on one of the rooftops, looking at them marching in the street. It was just such a sign of power and complete disrespect to the United States. Their whole demeanor and their intention was completely to just shame us and to make us feel beneath them and just show complete power over us. I was on this rooftop,
and I saw a woman in the Russian army, and she was telling me, go back in your home. You need to go back inside. Go back inside. With just like, like not even like in a way of trying to help me, but in a demanding way. Many women in their army. So much women. I believe the reason why they had so much women in their army is because they probably were secretly like drafting a bunch of people to attack us. Excuse me. So they were drafting a bunch of people to attack us, and this attack was very planned out. It was extremely planned out. There was a lot of calculation behind it. You could tell it was planned out for a very long time. And what I got from this dream as well is that the relationship between the Chinese government and the Russian government is very, very strong, more than the U.S. perceives it to be.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna again leave this in the description box so y'all can watch it if you even want to. I know I was talking at a really slow pace. Again, I was not comfortable. I'm sorry, but now everything is making more sense to me. I've been talking about this war for many years, and it's like every year it's getting closer to that point, and just the things that are happening right now in Russia, it just seems like all of that stuff is going to stay over there, but it's going to trickle down over here. And I'm not the only person that saw this coming to pass, but it's just all coming together. But y'all stay blessed in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Bye.